Hello everyone, my name is Sunny and I wanted to showcase you a brewing station that I've been working on. My reasoning behind designing this system was I noticed that a lot of the systems out there are for bulk brewing, but I wanted to try and see if I can get one where you could request as the different types of potions at one time. And they wouldn't have to be bulk brewed and put into a shulker box and so on and so forth. So, too many times. Let me show you how the system. I'll put something through the system, and then we can have a look at how it goes. So, as you can see here, this is the interface. You request by using these keys here that I have renamed, which you'll drop it in front of the chest. There is a hopper here that will pick them up, and that will go through the system. Here you can select your effects, so duration, you can upgrade it, whether you want it a splash or a lingering. Obviously you can't have it as both. So that works out nicely, and then the shulker box selector here, so you can decide whether you want them to just come into this chest as potions, or you can decide whether you would like them to come in as a shulker box. So it'll automatically fill a shulker box for you and send it to this chest. So you can select or deselect those options as such. And on the right here, you have your bottles and blaze powder. So the system obviously requires blaze powder to work, as well as water bottles. It has an automatic water bottle refilling system, but I decided to put the chest buffer here in case there shouldn't be, but in case there's any issues, this way you can actually diagnose it by just checking to make sure that it's got enough water bottles, and so on and so forth. And then the overflow chest, this is because the only rule really, or the limitation, is you can only request 9 potions at a time. This being so it's just one shulker box at a time. Then when you so if I requested 10, the 10th one would end up, the ingredients for the overflow will end up here. So you could put a couple of brewing stations over here in case you definitely needed them, but 27 of potions should be enough for anything that you're trying to do, at least. And yeah, so I guess I'll put something through the system. Let's do upgrade, let's do splash, and let's do health, and I'll make it so it just comes in as potion. So and I'll run through what it's doing. So everything, as you can see, is color coordinated. Obviously, when you build this in your world, you don't have to do this. Honestly, I just like doing it this way. It helps me diagnose if there's any issues. I can pull it down to one circuit, or so on and so forth. So yeah, each wall represents a different circuit, basically. So we have the input here, which is on a timer to make sure that it doesn't go too quickly into the system and break it, which goes into the blue section here, which is the item filter, which will tell the system, okay, I want a health potion. That will go into the yellow circuit here, and all this is doing is, if I come around here so you can see it a bit, actually let's go into free cam, maybe that'll be a bit better. It's going to send a signal to this piston, as well as send a signal to you can see the droppers here. These are droppers, so that will send it back into the request chest, and this will send a signal down to this the binary circuit. So the binary circuit is a circuit we use to tell the system what items we require for that recipe. It's a lot more simple than what it might look like. But in retrospect, the easiest way to look at it is, for example, this white wall here, I believe, is the invisibility. Yes, it's the invisibility request. So that's going to send a signal to this line, and then obviously to these lines at the end, which are what most will send to always. And if you followed these lines, you'll see that they will go to, let me go around here, they will go to the golden carrot line, and they will go to the fermented spider eye line, because that's what you need to make a weakness potion. That's basically not weakness, sorry, invisibility potion. That's in a nutshell how it works. The orange circuit is to tell the system, okay, I want it to be either a splash potion or a lingering potion, and so on and so forth. After that, it will get sent up into the brewing section here. Now the brewers automatically have a nether wart put in, so when we do request, which I'll request another one, let's request another lot. Let's do fire resistance this time. I don't think you can do 2, so I'll turn that off. And you'll see it come through. Once it gets here, it's just got to do all the timing and stuff, and it's coming through, and I reckon it's here now. There it is. So as you can see, it puts the bottles in, so then the nether wart gets used, and it will end the recipe with a nether wart to make sure that it restocks the system. This is just so the item filter here that we have to lock this hopper works properly, basically. Now we do have, as you can see, these honey block and slime block lines that we have here. These are 2 lock hoppers, so when we do request multiple, so if I put, for example, if I just put a strength and a poison in there as well, when we do request multiple, it will make sure that these hoppers, like it just did there, gets locked, so it goes into the next one. This is another reason for having it so we are set to 9, is to make sure that we don't overlap in recipes. Otherwise, this strength one, for example, could overlap with the health one that was here, so it does get locked. That will also then go into a sequencer, which is set to 9. This is also to just help with the system, to tell the system, okay, how many is it on. They will go into the red circuit here, which is the output, and it gets shown up here. Or if you had the shulker box flipped on, this redstone block would come down here, unlocking this hopper, and go into the shulker box loading system, which would then eventually send it back up as well. The brown circuit here is for weakness potions. I said earlier about the nether wart being inside of the brewing stands. Weakness potions obviously don't require nether wart, they require fermented spider eyes. So I've put this system separately to them. It will unlock this hopper when a weakness potion is requested, and it's timed, so you can, for example, request a weakness potion as well as others as well, and the weakness potion will be the only one that gets pulled into here, and that will make sure that it ends with a fermented spider eye as well. And yes, that is pretty much it. The only other additional things, you've got this nice little loading bar, and like it just did there, a little ting to let you know that it's finished, and your potions, your splash potions, are all in here ready for you to take out and do what you want with. During the world download, all these different circuits have been taken out and pulled apart for you to be able to look at, so you can tell exactly which one does what. They all have different names to let you know what they're for and what they do. And yeah, we also have these 2 over here. These are just previous versions of this one. I decided to keep them in there because some people might find it interesting just to look at the progression, I suppose, of the design. And yeah, let me know if you want a tutorial. I mean, it'll be a bit of a tricky tutorial because it says there's so many components to it, but I don't mind doing it if that's what you really want. A world download and a schematic will be linked in the description, so you can also use that. But yeah, just comment down below if you want a tutorial, and I'll try and put one together for you. Any questions or any issues or any improvements that you might think that could be made to this system, please let me know in the comment section below. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys found this quite interesting, or at least want to try it out for yourselves. And yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.